gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Strawhat Sitdown crew in the building. We Corona to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this, and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin' every time an episode is dropping. We see D3 in the corner, Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut, always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's YHuss, last but not least. If you ask me, then Cali, Mad the captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that one piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We one. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track, never whack, bring it back, and we are back. Strawhat Sitdown, episode 39. Oh. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we got a new little home. We got a new little layout. You feel me? We had to upgrade. I was tired of the poverty face cam streams. Feel me? We had to level it up real quick. Let me know what you guys think in the comments when you guys are listening and watching. You guys think about it, because we think it looks pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? But I am here.
Thank you, Cali. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Cali.
Did my little thing, you feel me? Made some calls, connections, you feel me? It pays to be the king of the pirates.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Yeah. But I am here with the Strawhat crew as usual. Strawhat Mod in the building. What's going on, my brother?
What's good, y'all? Let's go. Chapter 1062.
Yes, we are moving. Mr. G in the building. What's going on, bro?
Woo, super. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Absolute W's. D3 could not be in attendance today, so instead we decided to have Chopper crying in his place.
Ooh, perfect.
I think it's a perfect representation of D3.
Yo, I can't wait for everyone's picture now. Like,
yeah, now everybody has to have a different picture whenever they don't pull up now. Yeah. It has to be done.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and last but not least, of course, that boy YHuss in the building.
Yeah, it was good. Yo, I'm super hyped.
Why? Yeah, we had a pretty interesting chapter on Thursday or Friday, depending on when you read it. A lot of revelations, a lot of new info. Some real interesting stuff happened. So I'm gonna kick it over to Mr. G so he can do the summary as usual, and then we'll break it down as usual. So whenever you're ready, brother.
Hey, okay, let's get it. So, One Piece, chapter 1062, Adventure in the Land of Science. The chapter opens with the Straw Hats just having been introduced to VegaPunk. Frankie cannot believe his eyes, calling VegaPunk his role model, telling him about the time he spent in Baltimore. The crew is freaking out over her, but Robin pauses, saying she's never heard of VegaPunk being a woman, and that he's been active for many years. VegaPunk confirms Robin's suspicion, stating that no one said this is the main Stella body, and that this is Punk 02. Or is it Punk 2? What'd you guys call it?
Punk 02 is what I was
calling it. Yeah, I was just reading it, yeah.
Or Punk 2,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Punk 02, VegaPunk, Lilith. She continues saying, they will sink you without question. As mechanized sea beasts emerge from the sea surrounding the Sunny. Right then, a call calls in for Lilith, and the voice who Lilith calls Shaka, alarms her how much of a mistake she made underestimating a freshly minted Yonko crew, commenting that Zoro and Robin are on guard and ready to attack. Lilith realizes the mistake she made. Zoro tells Lilith that there's something he wants from VegaPunk, so she better play nice. Shaka tells Lilith to bring the Straw Hats to them as they have an interest in the crew. The scene flips to Luffy's group, as Bonnie tells them she was a kid back when it was a regular lab. She goes on to say that she's here for answers and isn't above killing VegaPunk if she doesn't like what she hears. She reveals that Vegapunk is the one who turned her father into a cyborg, aka Bartholomew. Was it? No, it's not Bartholomew.
It's just Bartholomew.
It's Bartholomew Kuma, right? Yes.
Yeah.
They go further into the facility, walking into a room with giant robot and space monster. Luffy immediately jumps towards them. Monster chomps on Luffy, but Luffy ends up going right through it. They quickly realize everything in the room is a hologram and cannot be touched. Jinbei wonders to himself about the facility being warm, despite the island's seas being frozen over. A giant Astro Boy-looking person chimes in that it is a winter island, but their island aircon invention regulates the temperature down to the soil. Luffy tests if it's a hologram, punching it and connecting with his body. While Luffy's surprised, the person returns the favor, punching Luffy into one of the machines they thought was a hologram. Luffy's impact causes the machine to start working and makes a hamburger meal with the drink. The giant explains more about their inventions, but gets mad and punches a space monster that Luffy previously couldn't even touch. They explain that their photonic gloves make it possible to interact with light. Jinbei asks, just what are they? And they respond, me? I'm just your resident scientific genius for hire, Dr. Vegapunk. Bonnie thinks to herself that that's a total lie, while Chopper and Luffy are shocked. In the seas of the New World, the world government ship is traveling. Kaku is sitting with Stussy and Lucy, explaining that Vegapunk decided to split into 6 satellites to get more work done. Kaku summarizes that they are to return this problem child seraphim of Kuma back to Egghead Island, and then eliminate every last Vegapunk, while taking care not damaging any of the lab's assets. Lucy quickly questions the government's motives and wondering if the recent Lucia incident has anything to do with their decision to get rid of Vegapunk. Stussy and Kaku quickly remind him to be very careful with asking certain questions. End of chapter. No break.
All right. Yeah, it was a pretty crazy chapter.
Yes.
Low-key insane, yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was definitely a lot.
YHuss, thank you for making the summary short.
no worries, man. I had to like cut. Bro, I didn't talk about so much stuff, but yeah.
All right, but it's good though because we can definitely just break it down here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I guess we'll just go in order, right? Might as well, as we've been doing with all these chapters that have been jam-packed.
Yeah.
Well, okay. When you say order, do you want to start with the cover page? Because that shit was fucking insane.
Oh, yo,
bro, I didn't even look at the cover page, though.
Bro, Taco Town is frozen in ice right now.
We won, baby.
So,
yeah,
bro, is that aurCh?
Yeah.
Wait, so that's who? Those were the footsteps,
those are the
right?
Blackbeard pirates. Yeah.
Everybody, bro.
Yeah, we won.
We won. We fucking won, bro. Confirmed.
Wait. The Blackbeard Pirates? What? I'm so.
Because Aokiji is part of the Blackbeard Pirates. Remember, just Rosa?
True. You're right.
Yeah, and you remember when Blackbeard raided Boa's island or whatever. Shiryu. Yeah, Shiryu wasn't with them either. He's probably there too.
They split up.
And so a big part of it was, I think, in 1042 or something. One of the, there was 7 silhouettes in the background, and people said their silhouettes kind of fit the Blackbeard Pirates. So it could be more of them. Might not just be like Aokiji and
Bro, yo, I fucking said it. I said it was the black. I said because when we were fucking pondering what were the Blackbeard Pirates doing, right after Blackbeard said we're gonna go make some moves.
Yeah.
I had said that he went to fucking Big Mom's island because no one's there. Mm-hmm. Eventually, we found out that obviously he went to Amazon Lily, but the half of the other Blackbeard Pirates went to fucking Big Mom's place. That's so crazy.
Cool. Yeah, that is really good. I think that when they said that, because we were pondering over what Blackbeard was saying when he was like, if the government won't take it, we'll take it too. And we thought that okay, one of the things he has to be talking about is a whole cake, claiming Big Mom's territory and getting the Poneglyph.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, oh man, but this is hype. This is insanely hype.
Insanity.
One thing I have to ask y'all then. So, because remember when they talked about the in that special when we had the month-long break, and they showed the Blackbeard Pirates and the commanders, right? And there was one question mark for the 10th one.
Yeah.
So y'all think this? So it's aokiji? Because I think it's possible Aokiji or Caribou, because we don't know who he's working with, right? So, but I think it would most likely be more Aokiji than fucking Caribou though.
Most likely this. I think most likely this is either aokiji, but I am open to the possibility that there's some other type of devil fruit that's similar to aokiji's. Hopefully aokiji's didn't get stolen or anything like that, but someone it could have been the 10th captain, but he has a similar power to aokiji or something like that. I could see that being also a narrative spin. But I do think this is aokiji though. I ain't gonna lie.
Word. Okay.
100%.
We also do have what's her fruit? Monet, right? Because we don't know her fruit.
That bitch. Yeah.
R.I.P. Bozo.
Yeah.
It could be her fruit, but I don't think so.
By the way, it could be but I definitely think it's aokiji. Like and to whether he is the 10th Titanic captain, we know that he's on the crew or that he's affiliated with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it would be weird for because we know it's just Rosa, right? So it would be weird for the this big reveal to be someone we already knew was on his crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would be crazy if it was someone out of the blue, like Caribou, for example, which is another big suspect. But insane, fucking like just to show it on the fucking cover page that Blackbeard crew has attacked Poking Island. So do you guys think they're just here for the rope point enough? I've seen people say they might want to be here to try to take Pudding as a third member tribe.
I can see that.
The point looks right.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I didn't know that they knew about the three-eyed.
Yeah, maybe they don't know. I actually I don't think they have any reason to know, but maybe it's public knowledge.
Do we get a interaction between Sanji's brothers and Akoichi and Aokiji?
Maybe,
I don't know, bro.
Definitely.
I think they're trying to bounce.
Yeah, I know they're trying to get out, but if they run into these two, I don't know how that would even go, to be honest.
Exactly, bro.
It would remind me of Impel Down when Luffy sees Blackbeard. Well, obviously Luffy had spoke with him, but they had to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, why would they have? I mean, maybe I'm a little bit slow here on this, but what would they have to interact over?
No, just like getting in front of, just meeting.
Yeah, I don't think they have any sort of ties, but it would be interesting to see them oh shit, is that Aokiji? Oh shit, we gotta get out of here too.
Yeah.
I can't see them all being there and not seeing each other.
Yeah, I could see that. I just thought because I know when Blackbeard invaded Impel Down and he passed by Luffy, I knew there was going to be some type of confrontation because he's the man. It was the man responsible for turning his brother in and all that other stuff. But them, I'm trying to think what loose connection they could have to each other.
No, it's definitely just I really can't even think of anything. I think it's just it would I really don't think there's anything that connects Germa and the Blackbeard Pirates. So yeah, no, it would just be something cool to see. But yeah, no, insane fucking development. Oda's crazy at this one, I'm not gonna lie.
Or we get a three-way battle, fucking Katakuri and Oven come up behind, right? And start fighting, because Oven wouldn't be a terrible matchup against Aokiji, but he's definitely gonna get smoked. But, Katakuri's no slouch, so.
It depends who's here from Blackbeard's side, to be honest.
Yeah. Ooh, Shiroryu, like you said.
If they bring everyone that wasn't at Amazon Lily, bro, it's a wrap, bro.
Yeah. I think there could be something maybe with Caesar, because Caesar seems to be connected with every Yonko for some reason. So
True.
I don't know. Maybe there's something with Caesar there. Maybe they'll go there. Maybe they invaded that place to get Caesar. Who knows? I don't.
Be interesting.
That could be that could be a secondary objective for sure.
Yeah, because Caesar's valuable with his giantification, smile, productivity. We know the Blackbeard Pirates are obsessed with devil fruits.
It's true.
So they could kidnap Caesar or something. I don't know, and then we can get him back in the story again. Oh my goodness!
Absolutely love to see it. I don't want to spend too much more time on the cover story though, because we definitely have a lot to get through in the actual chapter.
For sure.
I'm interested to see where that goes. So we started off with them on the seas. going through interactions with VegaPunk. Frankie was completely ecstatic. I'm interested to see the future interactions, especially when Frankie meets the actual Dr. VegaPunk. I'm curious to see how that goes.
Yeah, Lilith like brushed him off.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what. Yeah, literally just kind of
Yeah.
brushed him off and didn't say nothing. So I'm interested to see what happens when you actually meet. Zoro and Robin are my fucking goats, bro.
Yes.
Bro.
Zoro
yes.
is so fucking. Zoro just it's so hard to be a Zoro hater, bro. Or like
Impossible.
that nigga's just so
It's
cool, bro.
impossible.
Like the way he was moving was just so cool, man.
Yeah.
It's just overall cool.
Meanwhile,
I-
Sanji's just fucking fondling over titties, and you know.
Yo, he's
Oh,
yo,
man,
come on,
I
we can't
can't-
diss him, bro.
I
We
Sanji.
can't even, we can't even blame him.
I'm
bro.
about to say, bro, I don't blame him this time, bro.
Yeah.
Shorty in the Zero Salmon suit, bro. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's fair.
I guess this also confirms that this is not like a replication of Sanji's mother. Because
yeah.
he would have reacted differently. Because I remember that was what we talked about
Right.
last time.
That's
Right.
not. That's true. Yeah, you're
That
right.
was
You're
something
right.
Yeah,
that we brought up.
That was
but-
a big part of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not giving up on that just yet. I won't lie.
You're not
Oh,
giving up on
really?
it?
Just yet. I
Okay.
think it has too many, like, for me, the Marine versus Germa aspect, and it has the giant robot too. Just to me, just has a bit too much connections. So I'm not gonna give up on it just yet. But it is interesting that Sanji didn't even say anything. Yeah, so that is a point against it. I won't lie. I think we'll hear that like that person Shaka called them, and we got some insight into like what they are. So I guess we could talk about the clones, right? Do we want to just go straight into like
That's
what Kaku was saying about
that's fine.
the 6 of them? So we are confirmed that it's a clone of sorts.
Or something, right? Like,
Or some
Like,
type of like, you know, people. A lot of One Piece Twitter was saying like this is like pain, basically. Like
Yeah,
six packs of pain.
I was just
Yeah.
about to say that. I was just about scientific pain.
Yeah.
But with the twist of it being 7 bodies because of representing like the, I guess, seven deadly sins. You know.
No, I don't think it was exactly 7 deadly sins. I think it was 6 bodies, and there were different things. It wasn't
okay.
It wasn't like envy, greed or whatever. It was like
What
wrath,
was like
desire,
right?
logic, evil,
You're right.
shit
You're
like
right.
that. So I think is there 6 or is there 7? I think I feel like it's
I thought
kind
it-
of like ambiguous.
It says 6, but there should be like
One
if this is
VegaPunk,
anything,
right?
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, that's the big mystery. Because here's the thing: if this is like Naruto, because we know that Oda and Kishimoto, they are actually pretty cool with each other,
Yeah.
and they take ideas from each other. This is definitely one of those things where this is definitely remnants of pain, and if it's anything like Naruto, then there should be a 7th VegaPunk, and that is the
first.
you know,
The
the
original,
body.
right? Dr.
Yeah.
VegaPunk himself.
Yeah. However, if we look at like verbatim of what Kaku said about the explanation, from what he's saying, it sounds like VegaPunk like split himself among 6 different entities.
Yeah,
like literally.
that one speech bubble is very key. I agree.
Yeah. So that's why it's very hard to tell. Like,
Yeah, I go in between, and there's the next thing he says. So in other words, all 6 of these satellites are also Dr. VegaPunk. To me, that implies that those are also Dr. VegaPunk, but there's one more like a main body because of the word also, right?
right.
And also satellite, to me speaks of like a remote, device that is
Like
apart
an
from the
orbiting.
main. Yeah. Rather than the main thing, like these are just something he like. So I think it could go in between. Me right now, I feel like it's 7. That makes
And if
more
you-
sense to me.
Yeah.
And actually, you know what? I'm of that train of logic because satellites also like satellites mean something that orbits. So
Orbits,
like, yeah, technically the moon is a satellite of the Earth.
Of Earth.
And,
Yep.
yeah, so if with that logic, there probably is a 7th overarching, VegaPunk.
Wait, so you're saying outside of the original Dr. VegaPunk and the other 6 satellites that there's a 7th outside of those?
No.
Well, I was
No, you're
saying
saying the
themselves
7th is the
7th.
OG Dr. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
because they use the terminology satellite, and
Yeah.
satellite implies orbiting. The moon is technically a satellite of the Earth,
Right.
and there are moons in other,
Like
not
Jupiter
just
and shit.
other moons and stuff, which coincides with the themes of One Piece anyway. So I'm just gonna stick my neck out and think that there's a 7th one. most
Yeah,
likely.
I
I
definitely.
mean, they're literally showing it to you in the manga panel, right? Like
Yeah.
when they're explaining.
Yeah,
it.
it's just you can interpret that as he did something with his original body to split himself among 6, and the original is no more.
Yeah, there could be a timeline rather than just a diagram. Yeah, there's so many
Right.
ways to interpret it, but
Or-
right,
right.
But
or
there's
they
a
all-
panel.
or-
I'm sorry, Mister.
No, you're right. Go ahead.
There's a panel where they showcase a shadowy figure speaking as Dr. Vegapunk. Though I don't know if you guys.
Well, that was
Some Kaiser?
Logic. That was Logic. That was the first one.
Wait,
Was
in the
it?
chapter, Callie?
Yeah, was
Yeah,
it Logic?
That was Shaka. That was the one talking.
Shaka.
To,
Logic.
that was Opunko
yeah.
one talking to
Okay.
talking to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it kind of has like a Great Saiyaman helmet on.
Yes,
It looks like,
yeah.
you know.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Punk 01, Dr. Vegapunk Logic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
and
Okay, so do y'all think? All right, there's one that's telling them all, or they all have to like fuse together to create like become one into like, Dr. Vegapunk? Like, you know? What I
yeah,
mean?
that's the big question, because like I was saying earlier, if it's the case that the Vegapunk lost his body to make these 6, and then if your line of logic follows that, where okay, if they combine, then they become the original Vegapunk, then that just means that the original Vegapunk is gone. Because why would Kaku and Lucci say like, okay, we gotta kill all 6 Vegapunks, right? Didn't he say that, all 6?
He said every last one. He didn't.
Okay. So every last one,
Leaving it ambiguous, you know.
yeah. So that's why it's very hard to tell. It's like that. If there's a 7th one is living independently from the 6 orbiters, or if the original one is indeed gone while the 6 are active, and then unless they do some type of fusion dance or go into a machine or something like that, whatever it is, that will make the original Vegapunk, whatever it is.
You know what I find interesting? Actually, Mr. What you were saying reminded me that there could be like in terms of that they all form to make one. Like looking at their like not their names but what they represent or whatever, like Wrath or whatever. Do you think maybe like to your idea that they all combine? Do you think these are things that like aspects of himself that he split into these things, kind of like the 7 deadly sins from
Like,
Brotherhood, from Alchemist, because Father. Like he was like a perfect human, right? He didn't have any of these emotions anymore, these desires, because he put them into these things to become to divorce himself from these bad things. So do you think like that would be a big I think that would be a big shout out. Do you think it would work like that, or is it more like Pain, where he's still like a regular person?
I think it could work like that. I mean, you know, Oda could go either way, right? Like so, and the thing is this a devil fruit, or did he just do it himself? You know, like did his science shit and then do it himself? Like
I'd bet money on him doing it himself. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I do too. But there's always the possibility of it being a devil fruit, that he, the scientist found this devil fruit that he was finally like, what does the scientists want? They have so many thoughts and shit going in their head. Like they always want to do different experiments. So finding this certain devil fruit or whatever to like be able to split up his mind to just focus on those those aspects, on like those thoughts, then I could definitely see it happening. Or like you said,
that would be perfect.
Or he's definitely smart enough to definitely split himself up, you know. So I don't know, like it I don't know where Oda's gonna go, bro. I can't even say it's so much. I can't even say like what you know, like
I know, bro. That's what we're here for. To be absolutely wrong every episode.
Honestly,
Yes.
no cap.
And take our W's when we do.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's why we take them when we get them.
I thought that was really interesting about the how the way like Shaka kind of was directing Lilith. Like they were like, because it's 0102, right? So I thought like Lilith was at first they kind of didn't respect Shaka at all. They're kind of like dude, you're like you're like she was even saying like your infernal pride doesn't pay the bills and shit like that. Or she was going against what they were saying. They're like, yo, I can really do it. I think like she really did end up heeding what he was saying, and he even ordered her later, like bringing them here. So Shaka as number one sounded like he had some sort of authority over her. Like it wasn't just did you get that feel too, guys? Like, or
I get that feel, and also if you look at what's the Astro Boy looking one? What's his name?
Atlas.
Atlas, his is 6, and he's also like a little boy, right? So I feel like it might be like by age, you know what I mean? Like Shaka's the first one, right? So he's like the oldest, and then it goes from there. Like that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, I could see that too. That makes sense.
Because I do agree that Shaka is definitely giving orders to Lilith, like, hey, watch out for that swordsman right there, because he's about to fuck you up.
Yeah.
And not just that, but like, what I love about Oda and like his detail, you see Zoro looking at the sea beast, even though they're mechanical. What do they still have? That primal instinct, right?
Yes,
like the shark
yes,
and they know this motherfucker's about to slice us up. So let's like that's what you see, like a little tear coming down that like the fucking or it's just water actually, but they look like they're like Zoro's like eyeing them, you know, like when
and we know Zoro has Congress Haki.
Exactly, and when Rayleigh has done it before, Luffy has done it before, I could definitely see Zoro doing.
Would Conqueror's Haki work on mechanical sea beasts?
Because that goes into what Mr. saying about the like how they can't VegaPunk can't get rid of the primal desires.
But because of that primal instinct, they would still be able to get knocked out by Haki.
100%.
Not even just knocked out by Conqueror's Haki, but be afraid of him. You know what I mean? And back off because they know he's an apex predator, so they're not gonna fuck with that.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So we learned a lot of stuff about VegaPunk, but I mean I don't really have much else to say about the clones.
Yeah, because we only saw 2 of them. So
we
saw
how
they work. We saw 3 of them. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. And the Astro Boy has the photon gloves.
Right. So the actual island is sick as fuck.
Yes.
This has got to be one of the coolest designed islands that I've seen in all of One Piece. I'm not gonna lie. Going through it and looking at the holograms and the aesthetic of the floors and the walls and shit and instant food machines, like that's just mad cool. And it's fucking playground.
It's like when you go to the science. It's like when you go to the science museum as a kid, right? And
literally,
you see all the cool shit.
Literally. Definitely dope.
Well, I love seeing fucking Bonnie, Luffy, Chopper running and jumping.
You know what's crazy? I think last week somebody said that Bonnie and Luffy were gonna have some type of interaction about food.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, and lo and behold,
someone definitely did.
Yeah, no, I remember someone specifically. I don't remember who it was, but lo and behold, they end up diving first into a hologram of ice cream, and then going to the actual food making machine. It's definitely nice. They have some very cool interactions between the two.
Yeah, I like how at first she almost reminds me of like Law, and how at first she was like, God, you know, we're here. Like when Luffy goes to jump to the space monster, she's like, dude, we're here to infiltrate, and then and then she's like, yo, what are you doing? And then she sees the food, and she's like, yo, guys, there's food over there.
Yep. Yo, they were pissed too, because if you look at the panel after that, even Chopper was like fucking real. They hangry, bro.
Chopper looked mad.
Yeah, he looked upset, dog. I think that might be the thumbnail for this episode. Them jumping for the food. That's just nice.
Yeah. So it's hilarious to see. So I guess on the topic of Bonnie, the first thing she said in this chapter about her dad.
Yes.
Kind of crazy, bro.
Oh yes.
Crazy reveal.
No, yes.
Reveal.
When I read that shit, I was like, yo, what the fuck? That shit was really cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I had thought that Kuma was like her husband. You know,
right.
Yeah, we talked about it.
That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, that he was the king and she's the queen. But it also makes sense that she was his daughter, because a princess could always become a queen after the previous regime is killed.
Here's the thing. Like I actually talked about my buddy afterwards, and I realized a few things were interesting about that. The Dressrosa, or the Reverie, was that they called her the Queen Dowager, right? And that means, like I said last time, it's when your partner in royalty dies, right? So I think that it's not even that she became the queen after. I think she was playing as the queen who used to be there, like before before Kuma was taken or died or whatever. So, and another thing was that her name was actually Connie. I know this sounded like a reach even when I said it to my buddy, but Con, like as in like a scam, like a lie, Connie, like it's not even her real name. So I thought about it more, and I'm like, it's probably not. I think she might be not. It might not be really her. So I also thought, like, afterwards, my buddy actually told me, like, he thinks that it's his daughter. I was like, that's a possibility. And I think another big reason that this conversation even happened was because we didn't know if Bonnie was like this Bonnie, if she was actually this age, or if she was an old woman who became younger due to her fruit, right? Yeah. But I guess now we know, like, she really is this age, and that Kuma is her father. What an insane, like, revelation by Oda. fucking crazy comparison. But now we know why she was crying and stuff.
Right, so we understand the reason why she wanted to save Kuma and why she was at the Reverie watching him and this, that, and third. It was definitely a dope revelation.
Yep, and we know now that she met VegaPunk before too.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right, we're
And-
not sure exactly why yet, but we do know that they have some type of history.
So I'm definitely believing that she's here to find out if it's reversible, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that
and
makes
depending on that answer, then she'll kill it. Like she'll let him live or kill VegaPunk. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So
That definitely makes the
fucking-
most sense.
right. Yeah.
I feel like when we first got into this chapter, we first saw VegaPunk, I definitely thought it was going to be a lot more of a struggle, a fight between Straw Hat and Bonnie against VegaPunk. But after this chapter, after the way that they have that VegaPunk or the VegaPunks have interacted with the Straw Hats, as well as the introduction of a third party coming towards the island to kill VegaPunk,
Yes,
it's
yes.
definitely looking like it's going to turn into more of a team up between the Straw Hats and VegaPunk against whatever forces come to the island.
Do y'all think that? Okay, so what do y'all think about that? In fact, that the world government is like trying to off VegaPunk. I did
That
not
shit is
see
crazy.
that coming.
That
was
was
insanity.
especially considering when we first got to this island, one of the very first things she said was, "This is a government sanctioned island. I am a government official," or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So for her to be so confident in her status with the world government, to throw it out there like that, only to find out the next chapter that she's about to be hunted by the world government, is definitely fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And especially after all this time that we've known VegaPunk as this person who has done so much for the government, created all these new inventions, put them onto all this technology, it's definitely a crazy revelation. I don't know what they could have possibly done or what the issue could possibly be.
Well, they're doing. Remember, go all the way down to where Rob said, "Does this have something to do with?" What does he say right there?
I wonder if this has something to do with the recent Lelugia incident when they wiped Lelugia
yeah.
off the map.
Did you just call Lucci Rob? Like full stop? You just stopped at Rob. I've never heard anyone call him just.
He's Rob. I mean, he is Rob.
No,
That
he
is
is
his name.
Rob.
Rob
Lucci, baby.
No, actually, no, you're not wrong though, because I don't think I've ever heard anybody call Lucci
I've never heard someone
Rob.
call him Rob. That was wild.
Yeah.
Yo, that Lucci Rob, that Luffy Rob fight was crazy.
I thought you were asking me a question for a second.
I'm
Some
crying.
people call me Rob, and I was just
Yo,
like,
I'm crying.
that caught me so off guard. My fault.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's all good.
funny.
I mean, I would think that this like has something to do with the cleansing based off of like that speech bubble, because if it does have something to do with that incident, then you know that we assume that was a part of the cleansing. So maybe the another part of the cleansing is get rid of anybody that that has not ties with them per se, but has the knowledge to disperse, you know, some, because I'm pretty sure we all agree that VegaPunk probably knows so much, not just about technology and stuff, but devil fruits, but also maybe some void century stuff potentially, or like, you know, stuff like that. Because why would they target him otherwise? You know, like you said, he's been working with them. The only thing that I could see is when he was being when he operated for Kuma's sake, when he still instilled that final programming into Kuma to protect the Thousand Sunny for 2 years or whatever. I guess you could see that as a form of insubordination, but like it didn't seem like the government had a major problem with it, because they were like still using him afterwards and everything. So I don't think that that's the reason, or something along those lines, right. You know? Because I mean, Boa, she directly, she directly fucked up the government shit, like directly, and she was cool. I know the whole thing, like she's beautiful, but I don't think the higher ups the super higher ups give a fuck that much. If they didn't care for it, so
yeah, especially to use CP0.
Right. So that's why I couldn't like see that that's the reason why they're getting rid of VegaPunk. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with his knowledge and stuff like that.
I had a bit of an idea based on what Lucci was saying and the Lucia incident was that like maybe that they've only recently like perfected that weapon and they figured out how to use it, or they have like the actual, you know, the whole handbook now or whatever. And now that they don't need VegaPunk for that anymore, that might be part of their reason to get rid of him. That he has fulfilled his real purpose for the world government to get this ancient weapon working or some shit like that again, or whatever it may be. I know we thought that they used it on God Valley and his zombie lobby used to be, but yeah, this is why my idea was that maybe they perfected it or something like that. I can see that being a possibility. Another thing I've heard about his knowledge, I think that's a good way to go about it, is that maybe he's learned too much about, you know, lineage factor, devil fruits, the world and whatnot. Because you do know that's why they smoked O'Hara when they got too close to the truth. So I think it's something along those lines probably too.
Yeah.
So, the only reason I don't think it's along those lines is because VegaPunk, like we know, VegaPunk's been around for a while, so I think he's smart enough that he does know a lot of things, and the government's cool with them. But I think the government had like you were saying before though, they have something now that they're like, we don't need him. You know what I mean? Also, the fact that I wonder who they sent CP0 to with the Seraphim. To, you know what I mean? Like who was their target initially? I'm just curious.
Or where was it initially? Mean? Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, where are they coming from? Where are they coming from? Like, where did they retrieve Kuma?
The fact that they sent CP0 with Akuma to a location to fight whoever. I'm just curious who it was that they wanted to fight.
The last place we saw them, they weren't at Wano, but they were present during. Not
well, they were on a
Wano.
Nah, they were on a ship.
I didn't think they were on a ship. I thought they were near Marijua.
Where I don't know. I'm just
were
saying.
they? I don't remember 100%. I feel like a ship sounds more correct, but I could be wrong.
I thought they were on a ship.
Because I remember them being in like, okay, unless the ship had like a crazy nice room, because they were in like a mansion with like, or look like a very like a mansion-esque room.
But, so
it
could
nice...
be. We could be bugging out. I don't remember 100% for sure.
But,
but even still, that does raise the question as to how they got to where they're at or whatever.
Yeah, where do they retrieve this? I have no fucking idea where they got this shit from, like, or what it was before coming. Because they're saying they're bringing it back, so I assume like the other Seraphims, it was on a mission, maybe to hunt one of the warlords or whatever.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, which is the warlord that they were going against, or you know what I mean, or maybe they couldn't find the person. I don't know. Like,
which ones have we not gotten an update on? Just Weevil, right?
Yeah. And why is it defective? Did it not want to do it? I don't know. Like, there's so many fucking questions, bro. Like,
yeah, it's a problem child, and that is gonna come up again with the whole you can't repress their primal desires or whatever.
Wow! Holy shit! Oh,
yeah. That goes against Kuma.
And Bonnie's on the island too.
Yeah.
Man.
There's so much. Yeah.
Well, you can already see that. You can already see where like someone tells him to go eliminate Bonnie and he can't do it or some shit.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's what happened.
Shit. That's so fucking awesome, man. One Piece is great.
You know, okay, so you know how you were saying that maybe they were at Marijoa because of how nice the place was?
Oh, maybe.
What if it was because they told him to attack Bonnie because they saw her because she was escaping, and he didn't do it.
They didn't have Seraphims at by the marriage wall though. No. But
I mean, it wouldn't be implausible for them to have one station there just in case. But I don't think so because
but it was they weren't even invented because they were. The Seraphims.
Yeah, Callie, this was literally before Wano. This was the premise, the base that Fujitora was like, we don't need the warlords anymore.
Because they have that, so that's
because they have the SSG secret weapon. Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
So they could have had it at Maruja. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Mister. With everything we know, I'm not gonna lie. That's the most plausible thing.
Yeah, and also it has the power of fucking Kuma, right? Right, just like how or similar how Boa's Seraphim had, I guess. No.
Well, Boa's. Well, we don't know if they had her.
No, you're right.
They didn't have a double fruit.
But what if they infused Kuma's ability? Because I'm thinking of the whole.
Well, but the original PX0 has Kuma's devil fruit. Like, it's still him. Like, he's not like dead, but he's like brain dead. Remember we talked about this on the pod. Like, a few episodes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I think it's. I mean, we should, because they showed Mihawk's Seraphim. His ability to slice the island or whatever, but that's not a devil fruit ability. That's his own physical capabilities. And stuff. So I assume whatever physical capabilities Kuma has without the devil fruit is applied.
The only reason I brought it up is because like I'm still trying to Callie, your camera's down.
Yeah, my camera just exploded randomly. Give me a sec, guys.
Okay. Just
yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, y'all good.
All right. So the only reason I'm thinking about it is because how did Bonnie get where she is now, right? And we've seen when Kuma has sent Luffy to Amazon Lily, right? When they sent all the Straw Hats, they were kind of like flying.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to piece together how she got to that position. Like, so that's why I brought it up. Like, what if they were able to somehow... Yeah.
No, but she said she came here with her ship and that the thing ate her ship.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Forget about anything I said then. Forget about it.
No. I think you still have
the right. Yeah, I think you still have the right idea though. I think that it's definitely possible that the Kuma Seraphim was stationed there, and they commanded the Kuma Seraphim to attack Bonnie, and it just didn't do it.
And that's what they call the Komato.
Yeah, or something else, wherever they came from, because it could have been like, because I forgot what the time frame was. The summit meeting was like weeks before.
It was like I don't even know.
Yeah, like what was the time frame?
Frame?
Yeah, between the summit and then the Wano.
I think the raid was 2 weeks after the reverie.
It was.
Yeah.
Is there like a website that has like the timeline?
That would be sick. I can't believe someone hasn't made that yet. If it hasn't existed.
I'll make one on the iPad.
Guys, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Y'all keep going.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, so if that's the case, right? Like if it was like weeks out, I mean they could have came from somewhere else before the Kuma thing. Yeah, so I think it's possible one way or the other. But I do think we will definitely get that interaction where this Kuma is may not, adhere to commands when it comes to Bonnie. I could see that.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's gonna be like the moment. And then I think we can all see like how it's gonna happen, the impact it will have, because it's gonna be important for just the ideas of the whole arc. Just because that was the first line fucking VegaPunk said this arc. Like, I guess you can't control the primal desires after all, or something like that.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a key factor of this entire arc. But I think where they're coming from, because it says back to Egghead, so they put it out somewhere, right? So this thing's mission was important. I think I'm so happy to see Lucci and them in the story. I'm not gonna lie.
Kaku's outfit right now is kind of fire, bro.
I like his hat.
Yeah, yes, I love the hat, bro. But also, what I really, really liked though was how they ended it. Stussy was like, "Hey, be careful what you question. Don't be saying those things out loud. Someone's gonna hear you. You causing problems for everyone, yo." So
yeah. And speaking of Stussy, I'm so glad to see her in the story. Like, and she's obviously gonna have like a actual competition, probably with Straw Hat of some sort, because she's so fucking mysterious. Like we only saw her. We saw her at Hoki Island and the Reverie now. So I can't wait to see how she fights. I wonder like it's only 3 CP0 members, and I know these guys are fucking demons.
We've seen them get smacked before, so I'm just like,
yo, but these I'm not even gonna diss Lucci in them, bro. Like them other niggas I want, like they were strong, but I think these niggas, these guys could surprise us. I think.
I mean, okay. So here's my thing, like I'm wrestling with this because
I feel either way.
Because the thing is, there's so much to think about when it comes to like, does Rob Lucci and CP0 pose an actual threat to the Straw Hats? And in my opinion, I want to say no, just because of like, what we've seen. I like power scaling and stuff. If I haven't made that clear, that's all. Like also to the audience and stuff. Like, I put CP0 generally around the levels of like, who's who and stuff, because he was directly compared to like Rob Lucci in the sense of his potential and who he was, back in the day.
Well, to be fair with that, Mod, they were comparing Rob Lucci when he was a kid, though. You know, and then he first started out, and like, right? Because Rob Lucci started.
He was a demon as a kid too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But now he's older, so I think he surpassed who's significantly.
Well, here's the thing. With that. You know, it's not even just like what they said, but clearly, like, yeah, you're right. Like his potential when he was younger, but they also like Who's Who was essentially a pirate Rob Lucci. Like I'm gonna be real. Like he has a Zoan Devil Fruit just like Rob Lucci. He had like move sets that were similar to Rob Lucci. Like he was portrayed to be another Rob Lucci just gone wrong. Well, Rob Lucci technically went wrong too, but in a different path that messed him up. And so with that portrayal and what they were talking about with his potential being similar to Rob Lucci's, so they have similar growth. Maybe you could say Rob Lucci is slightly stronger or more stronger. That's not the overarching point.
Yeah, it's a baseline comparison.
Yeah, it's a baseline. It's to say that CP0 ages in general, not Rob Lucci in particular, but in general, probably stack up to around Who's level. And if that's the case, you know, Rob Lucci, I would say, if you want to give him the most charitability, like he's gotten way stronger, because I think we can do that, because Crocodile.
I think we can.
Yeah. Because I mean,
Rob Lucci and Luffy, like Luffy had a hard time with Rob Lucci. Like that was a fucking hard fought battle. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I definitely do think Rob Lucci is significantly stronger than fucking Lucci.
Yeah, and you would have to be a part of CP0, right? Like the agency numbers, like,
and he's probably their premier agent.
Yeah,
right.
I think
so. I don't think he's as strong. I don't think he's strong enough to fight Luffy, but I do think that he is strong enough to like maybe contend with like a commander of Luffy's or something.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Yeah, but I don't think that's enough of a threat level
I feel you.
with them. So here's what I'm wrestling with.
Yeah.
I actually might not think. I probably not. I'm 70% sure that Rob and them are not really going to interact with Luffy. I think what's going to happen is there's Oda's setting them up as like another potential threat, but the potential threat is going to be stuffed out by another
that we don't know about yet, right?
Yeah, that we don't know yet, because he does this kind of thing a lot. Like
yeah, he does. He just showed it in the fucking cover story already.
Right,
you know,
and he did it also with the Big Mom Pirates. Like the Big Mom Pirates in general were supposed to be another layer of threat, and he just like it made everybody antsy, of course, but that's what he likes to do. But then Marco took care of them and then never came back. Yeah. So, you know, and he does stuff like this. So I think there's going to be another threat potentially, or if they do interact with the Straw Hats, it'll be a very, very brief thing, and there will be something else that stop them from being like full blown pursuing, you know, a direct confrontation with the Straw Hats, because there will be some type of bigger threat, or there will be something that, you know, commands their attention or stops them from implementing their goals or anything, something like that.
Yeah,
because
we also good one.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think that's the best solution to where, you know, Rob Lucci should technically not be contending with Luffy, but at the same time, you don't want to disrespect him either. I think that's like the best middle ground.
Yeah, like we don't got to see Luffy dust Rob Lucci or anything. Like we don't need to see that, you know. But I also think like, because there's also the incoming meeting of, you know, the sword members are near the island, right, with the Shiki and them. And you know, they're on their way to Vegapunk already, so there's gonna be a ton of factions on the island already. We don't know the direction it's gonna go. I'm wondering, like, because like you said, there's no Luffy opponent yet, so like how like if this is even gonna be a big battle arc or anything like that, or if it could be like a pit stop like Zoe was. I still don't even know, I'm not gonna lie.
And that was another one. Zoe was like that too, because you had Jack, but he was like, you know what's funny? I think if I remember the anime right, when they did the intros for around the Zoe arc, Luffy was like clashing with Kaido and Jack was like clashing with Zoro or something like that, even though they never interacted as Zoe. So it will be, I can see something similar to where, you know, they never actually interact, or if they do, it's a very brief scuffle. But like you got people like Smoker who we still haven't seen yet, and like I don't know if Smoker's a part of a Sword. That was an interesting idea a long time ago. But
I remember that.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
Yeah. So if we get the Sword introduction, I mean, no, not Sword. The Smoker introduction and stuff, and interacting with them, I think that could also be a thing, and maybe Blackbeard too, because let's not forget Kobe still kidnapped. The whole Blackbeard thing is coming prominent since they're close to Egg Island, and they're also close to Blackbeard's Island as well, Pirate Island. So, and
also honestly, since like how we've been saying, Blackbeard pirates have been proactive. I could definitely see them being like, someone from the Blackbeard pirates going to Egghead Island also.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You never know.
Yeah. It could be like it could be like they split up into more like little squads. I could see that too. That would be fucking insane.
Yeah,
that would be crazy as well.
10 commanders, send 2 of them with their crew, and then fucking divide and conquer shit.
Yeah, he's a real ass pirate, like literally. Like he does his pirate shit, bro. I feel like a bit of what the Atlas robot was saying was pretty interesting in this chapter about they're interacting with light and what they said debates on what makes something real or as old as time, blah blah blah. Some interesting like philosophical stuff that I think is gonna like play a role in like what VegaPunk has to offer in this arc. I guess we talk about the gloves. I'm not gonna lie, I think gloves are a red herring, bro. That's what I think.
I feel like it's just too obvious though, because you're thinking about Kizaru, right? And
exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just so obvious though.
Because you know why I think it has nothing to do with Kizaru, bro. Or not nothing to do with it, but like no one is gonna use this to fight Kizaru. Because unless it's like VegaPunk or something. Because where is the Venn diagram of people who don't have hockey but are fast enough to catch Kizaru? Like if you're that strong already, you can catch Kizaru. You must have hockey and be able to touch him anyway, right?
Yeah, you're not wrong actually.
Like there's no one who is fast enough to catch him and that needs that. Like I can see VegaPunk with their science or whatever. Like they don't have the hockey to touch him, but they have the technology to get to him or whatever it is. Blah blah blah. So they might need it. But you know what I think this really has to do with? I think the gloves play into how they've added Kizaru's laser and Delphi abilities into the Pacifista.
Yeah,
that makes
I can
sense.
See that. Yeah,
that's how they like wired that shit and figured it out in order for them to produce that ability. I can see something like that. That's the only thing. But other than that, I don't think bro, no one's catching Kizaru that doesn't have hockey already. That's just why.
I agree.
I do think that it's also maybe his projectiles as well, not necessarily just being able to touch his body, but being able to deflect his beams and
that's a good point too.
Stuff. It's not necessarily all about touching his body, but I do agree with you for the most part. Most of the people that would need the gloves wouldn't be able to touch them regardless. So,
yeah, I guess that's a good point. Like the ability just literally like nullifies the ability. Like that's a good. That it could be like a trump card more so than just getting you into the fight. That's a good point. I didn't really think about that as well.
Yeah.
Imagine someone fucking smoking Kizaru. Oh my god.
I was going for a sec, so I'm assuming you guys are talking about the potential Luffy Lucci rematch and why it would or wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
I will say I came towards the tail end, so I heard a majority of what you guys are saying. I will say that I don't think that'll happen to the extent that people might think it'll happen, but I will say I am here for Luffy rocking that nigga one more time.
Yes.
I'm
here for it.
So Kalimad was pretty much saying like he doesn't think Lucci stacks up to Luffy. So like who would be the one to fight against Luffy at this time? So that's why we were saying we're possibly thinking that.
And you think another entity would come in and it would be like that, right? I could definitely see them not even fighting at all this arc, and then something else popping up, causing chaos on the island.
I was going to say there was one last thing that I think about too. The only other way that I could see them like really interacting for real is also because, you know, Robin's with them, and, you know, there's CP0 and CP0. I mean, hell, Lucci was the one who gave the order to capture Nico Robin. So we might see something in that vein again.
Bro, he better think twice, bro. He gonna get rocked again.
I was gonna say, I would like to see that if they do that, and then like not even Luffy, like Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei, they easily like, you know, protect Robin or whatever, and it's like, you know, things are gonna go like last time type shit. That would be fucking hype.
That would be mad hype. I can't cap.
Yeah, that would be insanely hype. But yeah, I just don't think Lucci is like, he's not on Luffy's level. No CP0 is Yonko tier. I don't believe that. So I just don't think that there's an immediate, this is enough of an immediate threat to worry about for the sake of Luffy, but maybe for Vega. VegaPunk. So there's going to be another, I swear there's going to be another entity, or this is still just like pit stop thing.
Yeah,
just
I
like,
agree.
you know, so it's one of those two. Because I mean, I swear, like, we're going right. If we're not going to Pirate Island next, I'll be shocked, because that's what it seems like. This is where it's leading up to. I swear, but
yeah, that'd be interesting if they got if they. I could definitely see a timeline where they come. They might have a minor altercation, but realize that they're out of their league, and then they get the info from there that Kobe's kidnapped and on Pirate Island right next door, and Luffy's like, "We're out. Let's go." Yeah. You know what I mean?
Someone in the chat said Lucci versus Chopper, make it fair. Like, hold on.
Is that D3 in there? What's going on?
It was dark. Like, that's mad funny.
Oh man, don't kill me, dark.
Yeah, not disrespect Lucci wrong, like though. That.
He's not. Wait, real quick. What Straw Hat would be a fair fight against Lucci?
You gotta cut off a Jinbei, respectfully.
Yeah, I'm about to say either Jinbei on up to somewhere between Jinbei to Luffy, somewhere in that range.
Well, no, that's all unfair. Everything after Jinbei is unfair.
I'm saying
for
like
Lucci.
Unfair for Lucci? Like,
yeah, he's saying he's not in. He's saying he's not in the top 4 league.
He's not in the league of anybody above Jinbei. Anybody above Jinbei is low diffing Lucci.
So is Jinbei number 3 or number 4 right now?
He's number 4. Don't do Sanji like this, bro. Don't do Sanji like this, bro. Now on out here.
Hey, yo, if Oda's able to back on Sanji, yo, so can we. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that like I was telling them earlier with my power scaling thing, I said that in general CP0 should stack to around who's who. Whether who's who is like, you know, the baseline for weaker CP0 or like the middle ground or like the higher end, because he was directly quoted to be similar to Rob Lucci in terms of potential. So, and the fact that the narrative has him portrayed similar to Rob Lucci with the Devil Fruit, Zoan Devil Fruit, and the move set and stuff. So I would say he should be similar to Rob Lucci in the sense, like they're very relative to each other. Probably Lucci wins, but at the same time, I don't know if he's like leaps and bounds, low diffing who's who. I don't know, maybe, but
I think another way to kind of look at their ability is that Lucci was out here giving the CP0 niggas in Wano orders, right?
Yeah.
And like, yo, those guys rocked El Drake and Apu. Not that they're super strong or anything, but they still are worst generation. And so I feel like they are pretty strong, but Lucci and them are most likely stronger than them. I don't think they're like scrubs. I feel like the Straw Hats, I'm not gonna lie, they're like kind of top heavy with all due respect.
Agreed. I don't know. You comparing it to who's who is just making me like, I don't know, because Jinbei wrecked who's who in my opinion. So I'm just like, that's you're underestimating Rob Lucci.
Hold up. But is that underestimating? Because I give props to Jinbei for that. That's like, here's what I forgot who I was having this conversation with, but I was saying to someone that when it comes to power scaling things and people hype up a character, or like the story hypes up a character and they lose, I feel like a lot of people take it like, oh, well, that guy must be just straight up trash. Whereas I feel like the correct interpretation is, oh, if this guy was like this, then that guy who just beat him like that must be like insane. Like, I feel like it's like that X Drake thing. Like, X Drake was hyped up and then he lost. I never took that as X Drake is just straight up trash. Then it's just those guys are that. They're those guys. But
no, I got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do think Rob Lucci. I mean, I know what you mean by the comparison with Rob Lucci and Who's Who, but I do think Rob Lucci is significantly above Who's Who. That's just me, though.
I feel it, but here's another thing too. You also have to remember, Jinbei before the Wano arc was kind of tying up with Base Luffy back in Fishman Island. They were portrayed like somewhat equal, in his base form. So, so let me ask you this: do you think like Luffy back then, his base form was weaker? If you feel like Rob Lucci is way significant, or like than Who's Who, if he's better than Jinbei, does that mean base Luffy from back then is weaker than Rob Lucci now?
Bro, my head is hurting. I was
gonna say
that was crazy. The
only thing I'll say about that is the fact that Luffy beat Lucci again. He's not gonna lose to him again, right? So that's how I feel. So,
but we said he's gotten stronger, right? Or we're assuming.
No, that's fine. I'm saying he's stronger, but like to compare him from back then at certain like that is too much. I just think Lucci is just from what we know, unless Dusty fucking shows us something else, because we YHuss was saying.
Yeah, she's not stronger than Lucci though. I'm a fan of her, but she's not strong. We're not doing that.
You never know though, because what did they do?
We do never know.
What they did in Bleach with the number 10 motherfucker from his father.
Oh yeah,
bro.
I remember.
Because we haven't seen Stussy.
Okay.
She's always shown as a mysterious character. What if she's like the actual one, like pulling the strings? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's definitely
I will say they set up like the big three of the CP0. Not gonna lie, there's that panel right there where you got Lucci, Kaku was like Zoro's opponent, and what's crazy? She might be like the third strongest, but we can't have her fighting Sanji because we're not going through that again. We're not doing that again. We just straight up have Robin deal with her. Which, I mean, by the way, I didn't talk about this earlier when y'all were talking about the Zoro stuff, but finally they got some respect as a Yonko crew. Finally, I'm here for it. I was waiting for that because freaking Green Bull was mad disrespectful when he was like, Kaido deterred us from evading Wano, and then Shanks pulls up and he runs or whatever. I'm like, where is this respect for Luffy? He should be like in that same ballpark, bro. Like,
no, but I think with that case, it was really just because they had just come out of a fight, so they were tired or whatever. I think that he would have had a lot more caution if it wasn't fresh out of a fight. I'm pretty sure he knew that or he stated it. Well, Shake stated it at some point. That he was going after them because they were fresh out of a battle or whatever.
Right. It was implied, basically.
I don't think that. I think that they've gained respect from the moment that the newspapers hit that he beat Kaido. I think that they were recognized and feared as who they were, which is why he had to go when he thought they were weaker. Because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have done that had they had gotten some more rest.
I feel like Green Bull still might have wanted to try Luke.
He got a psycho.
Exactly. He is a psycho. And also like when Luffy got dubbed a Yonko, like people didn't believe. They were like, "Nah, this guy's not a Yonko." So I feel like, especially like an admiral, especially a new admiral that's trying to make a name for himself, he's probably like, "Nah, I could take this Yonko down easy." And then that's why also like I could definitely see him try Luffy, but.
One of those things where he's new around the block and he's like, you know what? I don't believe that newspaper. I'm gonna step up to Luffy.
Exactly.
Forget that. Like, and especially he's like, if he did beat Kaido, no, because he knew that Kaido was defeated, because that's why he said that or he wouldn't have came there if. So he believes that. Wait, hold up. Now I'm having a problem. He believes because paper that Kaido was defeated. That's the problem, because if he believed it, that's why he came there. But if he didn't believe it, then he wouldn't have came there in the first place.
Yeah, his words kind of betray what Shanks was saying, like that. Oh, you're only here because they're weakened or whatever. He was saying like if Kaido was a difference. Like I'm not scared of you, I'm scared of Kaido or whatever. But I do think it still played into it, because I just think we all agree he was smoking rocks anyway. Like fucking Luffy's. We don't got to go back talking about Wano, but like
yeah.
They're finally getting some fucking respect. And I'm glad it was like Robin and not just Zoro Sanji. Right?
Yeah, that was a really cool, because normally it would be Zoro Sanji or some shit. Yeah. So for them to say, "Oh, is Robin on point right now?" Like,
I love it, because that
and you see she's in her pose too, ready to fucking.
She stands up. She's ready to just crack her neck. Pretty much.
Right. No, I think honestly, what would have happened in my head played it out. What would have happened is because. What's it? Shaka said that Zoro was like, you're in Zoro's range. Yeah. So he would have just slit you right there. And Robin, I think she would have took out all the monsters.
That would be sick. She could definitely just get a whole bunch of hands out and just crack and break them all. So.
Right. Yeah. Like
that would have been sick to have seen played out, just like the combo between them, like on instinct, you know what I mean?
Like everything was grim for them and shit, and then Zoro just takes out in one slice, and Robin just cracks all the machines. That would definitely be dope. Bro. That would have been dope.
That'd be instinct, and that goes to show you like the level.
Yeah, the Yonko level. Yeah, now that you describe it, I would have liked to see that. I can't lie.
Yeah, and that's what it played out in my head. Robin take out all the monsters at once simultaneously because she can make huge hands and stuff. She would snap them all, and Zoro would have cut up Lilith right then and there. When he was in his stance and breathing like that, it reminded me so much of Neji, like you're in my range, 8 trigrams, it's just so cool. And this is why I was saying I feel like Robin is the 5th strongest of the crew. I think this is like her portrayal. The top 5 is Robin, Jinbei, Zoro, Sanji, Luffy. I think.
Yeah, no, 100%. I would agree.
100%. I agree.
Yep, I agree with you.
And I know D3 disagrees with that, but know, because
D3 not here, so we gotta hold that.
You can't talk to himself.
One thing I did find interesting, well, we didn't mention it, was the fact that Zoro was like, hey Vegapunk, there's something I want from you, so you better play nice. I wonder what is it that Zoro wants? Because Zoro's not one to demand to talk to an enemy and be like, I want something from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even we know about Zoro.
Did we not talk about that yet?
No, we didn't.
It was mentioned in the summary, but we didn't really talk about it.
Okay, no, because we talked about it in the chat. But we didn't
talk about it in the episode. Right. So from what we know about Zoro, it's like, the fuck could he possibly want? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. One thing I saw floating around that I actually don't agree with is that he wants him to put a devil fruit in his sword or whatever. Fuck that shit.
That's not even Zoro's. That's not even Zoro's MO. I definitely don't see that. Yeah. He definitely wants to get to his level of strength on his own terms.
Exactly. But there was an interesting thing Enigma said in the chat that I saw a while too, was that he wants Vegapunk to direct his attention towards the smile, and getting a fix for that for the people in Okobori Town who
who's
they did the smile.
I really like that because we saw that Zoro had a connection with those people in the town. He really cared. And he when he walked through, you saw him really in thought, and really contemplating the sufferings people were going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he saw it all. He was the one who really saw it all.
Yes. He was around and he was in the field a lot more than us.
And he heard Hiyori crying firsthand about this shit.
So that would definitely be a cool thing if that ends up being what he asked for. Someone in chat
I really can't see anything else.
So someone in chat said he's gonna ask Vegapunk for a new eye.
I've seen all those theories. Has anyone have another idea?
No, that's all I've heard actually.
That one about Okobori Town definitely sounds like the most plausible to me. I haven't heard anything else.
I haven't either. What are you saying about?
Anything? I don't know. I feel like I think the Okabura Town one is pretty good, and I really like that because it will show like because I never seen Zoro like, care for something in the past that has happened when they're going to a new island, right. And the problems of that older island carry with them to here because we're in the new we're in the final saga, right? And so I didn't think like anything Wano related would be brought back up until like a little more down the line when everything comes back full circle. But if it's happening here, that would be pretty cool. But I think that I feel like it has something to do strength wise. I don't think it's a devil fruit thing, but I do think it's something strength wise because a theory I heard is that the Straw Hats are going to get power ups on this island.
Okay. I could definitely see it.
Yeah, and
I feel like it because half of them got power ups in Wano.
Yeah.
So maybe the ones that didn't get power ups in Wano might get something here. I feel like it'd be redundant because Zoro just got Conqueror's Haki.
Yeah, like Nami and them, I can see it.
Bro.
Stop it, Frankie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but we all agree that they're not at the level of some people yet, right? Like, we don't think that he's like stepping to like Mihawk yet. I don't think that we think that they're stepping to Shanks. Oh, right now, like right.
Yo, relax. Sure.
I mean, I think he's not gonna back down from a fight with Mihawk right now. I think it would be a decent fight.
No, but I think he said, okay, yeah, he means stepping to like winning, right? Like
okay,
or putting up a.
All right, fair.
He's gonna put up. He's definitely gonna put up a challenge, like.
Yeah.
But like winning.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm talking about he could currently step to Mihawk and win, or like, I don't think this is the tier yet.
Okay, that's fair. So, you know what I think
that with all the Straw Hats right now too, not just.
I agree with you. I don't know if this is the arc though that they have to come out looking like the final crew. Though.
Right, because that's what I'm saying. Because we just got out of this huge fight where half of them unlocked new abilities within themselves or got new power-ups, new weapons. Like Nami got the fucking the Zeus baton now. Like they definitely got some upgrades from the last arc. So
Frankie and Usopp getting upgrades in this one, definitely.
I can see Frankie like 100%. Frankie and Usopp, you know what? I agree with you. I can see those two 100% getting something new.
Chopper, yeah.
Chopper.
Bro.
Chopper, maybe Nami as well again.
Yeah, definitely because of technology.
Yeah.
What if fucking Robin gets the photon gloves so that she could catch Kizaru?
Yo, Robin Kizaru final matchup.
Imagine that would be some shit.
I was gonna say, Zoro's actually there to ask Vegapunk to make him a gravity chamber. The fucking
Vegeta type beat.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, I went to Dragon Ball and Vegeta had this gravity chamber, bro. I want the same thing on my shit, bro. I need that training, son. Or a hyperbolic time chamber, some shit like that, yo.
Yeah, I can see something like that. I mean, but here's the reason why I think most of the Straw Hats are getting some type of power up, and not just like the lower end of the crew, because we're coming into the whole lineage factor devil fruit thing. Just simply getting that information, I think, will enhance all the devil fruit users of the crew anyway.
I was gonna say that, like, I could see, rather than them coming out of this arc like looking like the final crew, I could see like the world being blown open in this arc, like devil, like lineage factor, and also I feel like Vegapunk isn't the one to know about this, but it could be something that with Zoro might have to ask him about, like, making a black sword or some shit like that, learning more about Haki.
Right. No, wait, because we still have that unresolved thing that Zoro said in Wano, when he had the conversation with the swords guy, and he found the sword, legendary sword, and it was black. Yeah. And he was like, wait a minute, this is like a sword I've seen before. And then he was like, wait, that means that black swords are... And then he got cut off, and then he just never brought it up again. He had a revelation about black swords in Wano. So that's actually really plausible that could be his question about black swords. Could have something to do with a scientific
again, I feel like Vegapunk, for some reason, I don't know if he has the Haki knowledge. I mean, sure, he probably does.
No, but but what Zoro found out didn't have to do with Haki, though. Because if I'm not mistaken, it was an actual black sword that he found that he saw in Wano from the Swordsmaster guy.
And I think
was there another one? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. I gotta go back and look again. But if someone,
I don't remember the exact specifics. I just remember him having a revelation about black swords outside of like hockey coded swords, like actual black swords. He was like,
Right.
wait a minute, this means that black swords are, and then he got cut off because something happened in the chapter, and then we just never went back to that revelation again.
Yeah. So if push comes to shove, because I mean, I think we as the One Piece community have always thought that black swords had something to do with hockey,
Right.
just because of what Mihawk said. Like, you can turn any blade black with hockey. But but I don't think he was talking that. I don't think that when he said that, he was saying that in terms of that's how you turn a black blade permanently. A black blade. I think that he was talking about for that instance, because technically when Zoro did his attack against Pika, all his swords were black, but we wouldn't call those black blades.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I don't think that when he said that, I just don't. I don't know if I believe anymore that hockey's the way to turning a blade black. I just permanently, at least. I'm thinking that whatever Zoro realized back then, it's probably got something to do with now. Now that Callie brought that up.
Yeah.
Whatever he asked Vegapunk, I feel like it's a sword related question. I swear it is, and he's going to get a power up of some type.
Yeah, what else does he ever care about? But yeah, like, so in that sense, I could see like that kind of goes into what I was saying about like the world being blown open, is that they have all the keys now and they understand where to go from here in terms of their like what to work on, or where to look for stuff, or why devil fruits matter or something like that. But yeah, I don't think they need to come out of this arc looking like that final crew. I could see maybe, versus Blackbeard is when they get to that level or some shit. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think they need to end this arc being that the final crew.
The final
Nah,
all this stuff.
They wouldn't be the final crew. Like when Nami left Zoe, she had a power up as well. But she wasn't contending with the next arc still. And I think it's the same thing here. I just think that the seeds will be placed for them to become the final crew.
I completely agree with you.
With this arc.
Well,
yeah.
Y'all confusing me because YHuss, you just said that they shouldn't come out looking like the final crew, and then Strawhat said they should come out looking like the final crew, and you said
he agreed with me. He said that the seeds have been planted,
I think what he means by the seeds have been planted is that they're gonna come out as the final crew, ready for the last battle.
No, that's not what he means, bro.
Mod, is that not what you mean?
What I mean is whatever happens on this island will allow them to grow either immediately or later down the line to become the final crew. But I don't think that they'll be the strongest crew at this point.
With that last part, that's exactly what I said, isn't it? Like later down the line, like it opens up for them.
I feel like explanations are being twisted here, but I'm gonna let it run.
Okay.
Wait, do we agree, bro? I feel like we agree.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just starting. Maybe I'm just starting shit. Maybe I'm just starting shit.
Yo, instigator number one, bro.
Back on the track.
I was thinking about it, I'm like, why am I asking
Instigator
Callie?
know me, son.
Yo, bro, I was like, why am I asking Callie if me and Mod agree? That makes no sense, bro.
I think that Frankie, because Frankie, I think he'll have the most prominent power up here, most likely. And
100%.
Frankie and Usopp, because Usopp is always one to take new technology that they run into and apply it to himself, and then also in turn apply it to fucking Nami, because he always upgrades her shit too.
I definitely feel like I definitely thought this was gonna be like a real Frankie oriented arc, like strictly not strictly Frankie, but Frankie centric arc. But now looking at all of the cogs that are getting placed into motion, I feel like he won't have much bigger part as any other Straw Hat in this arc.
I think, because we still got so much with the lineage factor and Sanji connected to that with Judge and stuff like that.
Luffy's devil fruit.
Yeah, Luffy's devil fruit. What that means about Zoe and devil fruits in particular having a mind or a will of their own and stuff like that, and just so much expedition when it comes to understanding devil fruits that it will make Luffy and his crew stronger just by off the knowledge alone. Now, how that manifests will come later on, when it'll be in practice. But I think that this, like I was saying earlier, the seeds will be planted for such things to happen.
I can't wait for that first bombshell that Vegapunk drops, bro.
Bro, it's coming, bro.
That first bombshell of info. It's gonna be some revelation that niggas have been waiting decades for, bro. It's just gonna get dropped randomly, and everybody's just gonna go insane. I actually just can't wait.
I think another thing to think about is how the arc is gonna change. Like if we believe that there's 7, like there's an original Vegapunk, aside from the 6 satellites, like that nigga's gonna be mad different. Like that nigga's gonna be like have some info on the level that these 6 aren't capable of, giving us.
Right.
I think whenever we meet that nigga, shit will really like he'll drop bombs.
It's the fan, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I could definitely see it happen.
And I do also think that like that Shaka dude, like he said, bring them here. I have interest in that crew. I feel like that's kind of throwing me off too. Like, is he the main body? I don't know, but I feel like week to week it's getting harder and harder to wait because he's kind of going crazy.
Yes, bro. These chapters is getting crazier.
Like in Wano, it was like towards the end, it was fight after fight after fight, so we kind of knew what was gonna happen next until like Luffy went through fire or whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's like, bro, holy shit! It's
I feel like that was definitely a topic towards the latter half of Wano, especially in the podcast. Was like it felt like it was dragging a little bit, and like we kind of knew where it was going, and we were kind of ready for it to be over and move on. But now it's like, damn, I can't wait for this shit to keep going and wait for the next part and the next revelation, etc., etc. Definitely exciting. Looking forward to the next chapter. Any more? Anything else you guys wanted to bring up before we call it a close?
I will say, happy birthday, Mod.
Yes,
Very own Strawhat Mod's birthday was on Friday, so just wanted to shout him out on the pod. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday to the GOAT.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, let me show y'all something that one of my friends got me for my birthday.
It's definitely some One Piece swag. I'm excited.
All right. Let me know when y'all see
Stop.
You've kind of seen it before us. So we gotta see it on the stream. Look at everyone else.
That's so sick.
I'm waiting on the stream.
it.
That's
bro.
fucking sick, bro.
Got it labeled down there too. Yeah.
Big Shanks fan too, so that's so sick.
Yeah, got my favorites. Got Luffy and Shanks here. It was
sick,
one of our episodes we should show off our One Piece swag. Like one of our break episodes. I think that'd be a good idea. I have a few figures and shit.
And one other thing I'll show, because he got me this too. I was super excited about this. Let me see if I can pull it out real quick. He got me this whole stack of wanted posters, like just stacks of wanted posters.
And it's not just Strawhat, it's random people. That's so
yeah.
That's nice.
It's like it's like fan stuff, and then on top of that, it's like the old wanted posters, new wanted posters. I think if I'm not mistaken, there was like a Joy Boy, Luffy Joy Boy one, as well as his older one, like in here as well.
That's so sick.
Yeah, it's a lot of wanted posters.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That is what's up. That's mad.
And he got me Luffy's flag and stuff.
That's sick.
Man,
your boy went in, bro.
Yeah, he did. I told him no, I don't think anyone is outside of my wife giving me an amazing gift. So I thank him a lot for it.
Shout out to them. Shout out to Mod. Hope you had a good day. Much love to you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Was there anything else you guys wanted to go over?
No, I think that's it.
That's it for all of us, brother.
Are we on break next week?
No,
sir.
No break, baby.
Love to see. Absolutely love to see it. I guess that does it for this week's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Shout outs to everybody listening on Apple Music Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Podbean, watching us on YouTube, watching us right now on Twitch. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys follow the Twitter at Strawhat Sitdown. Follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/Cali_Mac, KLI space _MAC, not space. You can keep up to date on all the Strawhat updates. And subscribe to the YouTube. Strawhat Sitdown on YouTube. Make sure you guys check us out there. We'll be back next week. No break, so we'll have another chapter review for you guys. That's it. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the layout. Hope it looks cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
I love it.
Yep. Till next time, guys. Y'all take it easy. Be safe. Be healthy. We appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all when we see y'all. Take it easy.
Later, y'all.
Peace.
Thanks.
Super.